So 2024 timed entry tickets for Rocky Mountain National Park released a few days ago, and I know a lot of you are planning your trip to Rocky this summer. We want to answer some of the questions that we've seen in our comments and in all of the different Rocky groups. There's still a lot of confusion. We do have a full-length video that we'll link here somewhere and in the description of everything you need to know about getting into Rocky in 2024. You can almost see the mountains in the background. We didn't quite get up there today. But there is still a bit of confusion, so we want to clear some of that up with some kind of FAQ of getting into Rocky this year. And oh my gosh, I can't wait. We're going to go up tomorrow. It's going to be beautiful. I can't wait for you to come up here. And if we don't answer your question just type it in the comments and we'll answer it.
Yep.
All right. What do we got first, Steve?
Okay, first off, if you're in the groups, check to see if someone else has already answered your question.
There are some giant Facebook groups about Rocky, and people ask the same question 10, 20 times a day.
Do they have a search function in there?
Yes, there is a search function. Use the search function, because likely with thousands of people in these groups, your question could be answered, and that's frustrating in any Facebook group, as we all know. So really use the search function. Some of the most common ones, we'll answer some of them today, but the common ones are, I have little kids, what can I do? If I stay on the west slope, how is it okay? Where should I stay? All of those are answered in these Facebook groups. So there's a ton of information out there if you're on the Facebook. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, us, hello.
Yeah.
By the way,
comments below.
Monique and Steve here, by the way. Mm-hmm. We're up in Rocky a lot because it's literally right there. So.
Yep. And you're on the Cattail Chronicles channel.
Yeah, so you can always ask us questions. If you see us in the park, please do come up to us and talk to us.
Yep. Okay, next one. Don't obsess on hiking.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now, we have a goal this year to hike a lot more, but I feel like sometimes when people are planning their trip to Rocky, if they don't think they can hike, they don't think it's worth going.
Yeah, and that is not true at all.
Oh my gosh, you can spend days and days and days there with hardly even getting out of your car if you really soak it all in.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of the main roads, of course, but all of those have pull-offs, like
yeah, and usually
mini hikes.
The just sitting in the pull-off areas, the vistas are amazing.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Just
take a lunch.
Just take some snacks, sit in one spot for a while. You don't have to hike when you go to Rocky. And I just feel like, yes, hike if that's what you want to do, but for all the people who aren't ready to hike or can't hike, trust me, there's a ton to do. So don't feel disheartened if for whatever reason the conditions aren't right for you to hike. Still go to Rocky. Yeah. It is absolutely gorgeous no matter what you do there. So I just really wanted to put that out there for those of us who are beginner hikers, or if we've had any kind of issues with, especially elevation. There's stuff to do. Trust me.
Yeah, you're at 10,000 plus feet a lot of times. So yeah. 8,000, etc.
Yeah.
So, and to get weather and snowpack information on the trails.
Okay, yeah, so this time of year, right now it's spring, it's May, and there is still quite a bit of snow. We got some snow recently, we're gonna get some more this week, really up in the mountains, and the trails are still snow-packed. Yeah. And some of them are weird, that kind of interim snow where everything else is clear, but the shady area is just this slick, yep. trail. So you can rent spikes in town in Estes Park. But if you want very, very up-to-date information on those hiking trails, you need to go on something like All Trails and see what they're saying today, because today is going to be very different from tomorrow, which is shocking. So when you do this search in the Facebook groups, people are going to say, it was fine when I was there 4 days ago.
Yeah, and you've had a foot of snow since then.
Right. Or
Or rain.
Or a freeze.
Yeah.
You know, we had a freeze warning the other day in May. So just be cognizant of like the All Trails app on Rocky Mountain National Park, NPS website. They have trail conditions on the Rocky website. There is an app called Cotrex, C-O-T-R-E-X, and I was just looking at that, and it's not as up to date. People don't update that as much, but it's a great free app that Colorado does.
Okay. Next one. Oh, road conditions, NPS, National Park Service.
Yeah. So same thing for road conditions. You can look on the NPS and National Park Service website. Again, you want to get up-to-date information if you're searching in the groups. But here's the other thing about roads in Rocky. They're very passable almost the entire year. They are very, very diligent about plowing all the roads.
Yeah.
So if the road is open, it's open. You don't have to have four-wheel drive.
Yeah, I don't think we have found any place in Rocky where you need a four-wheel drive to do anything.
Like you need it. You don't. Even on Old Fall River Road, which is really only open a couple of months a year, it's gravel and it's rutted, and you don't want to take like a really tiny low rider car maybe, and really, really, really long. You can't
take long trailers.
You can't take RVs and up there. So that's more the bigger problem.
Yeah.
That's a bigger problem than four-wheel drive. You don't have to have four-wheel drive at all in Rocky. So you're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
Well, unless you go up and get a foot of snow, but
Yeah.
that's not going to happen.
Look at the road conditions, but if it's
after next week or so.
maybe. If it's paved, it's paved. I mean, if it's paved, if it's plowed, it's plowed.
Yeah.
So it's passable.
Okay, short, easy, accessible trails. Video coming up.
Oh yeah. So in a lot of the forums, people ask, "What? I only have a short time in the park, or I have little kids, or maybe wheelchair, or cane walking, something where it's more difficult to move, especially at elevation." We have a video we've been working on since last summer of 3 really easy short hikes that you can do that are beautiful. So that'll be coming up here this summer. So you want to make sure that you're subscribed. And I think this is a good time to say too that we do have a small membership here on YouTube. You could pay, what is it, $3 a month, and we'll give you behind the scenes stuff. So when we're about to go up there, very current conditions. So we're up there sometimes a couple of times a month. So if you want to join our membership, it's right here on YouTube. It's very inexpensive. It's kind of an inside track to us.
And you get a little bit of an advance notice on videos that we have coming out.
Yeah, it pays for our coffee. Thank you.
Which helps us get up and do these videos. So.
Yeah.
Okay, the fun stuff now. Timed entry tickets.
The fun stuff.
The fun stuff. One is you can only get one timed entry ticket per login per day.
Right. So here's what happened. Okay. When tickets are released the first day of every month during the time ticket thing, everybody's online at 8 a.m. Mountain Time immediately. And it's chaotic, right?
Yeah.
So I've heard some people will log in, have 2 recreation.gov accounts with 2 computers and try for either one. I'd really caution against that because you're going to take a ticket away from somebody. If you happen to get both of those, you're going to spoil someone else's visit by taking their ticket. So that's one thing. But the other thing I want to mention is that some people say, okay, coming into the park 3 days in a row, so I need 3 days, a timed entry ticket for 3 days. Can I put that all on one invoice? Yes.
You can.
You can.
Yeah.
It gets a little dicey again because you're going to say, okay, I want the 9 a.m. main park on Thursday. So you have to put that in your cart and it has to be available. Then you have to go back to the calendar and put 9 a.m. on Friday and stick that in your cart. So there's a tiny few seconds lag, which makes a difference sometimes.
Yeah.
So you can put multiple days in the same cart. But you can only have 1 ticket per day.
Per day, per
day
car, or
per account for recreation.gov and per car. What was the other thing? Oh, I thought I was going to say something else about that. We have some loud birds this morning.
Yes, we do.
Okay, so that's okay. Moving on.
Okay, speaking of timed entry tickets.
Yeah.
We checked what's available now. This is what is today, May 10th?
10th, 11th, yeah.
And so May 1st was when you needed to buy the tickets for Memorial Day weekend.
And through June.
Through June.
Oh,
what we've done is check the Memorial Day weekend days for what tickets are available. For the general park, you can get tickets still on Monday and Friday of Memorial Day weekend. They are sold out Saturday and Sunday.
That's between 9 and 2.
Between 9 and 2.
You can go in the park outside those hours.
Yes.
I would be in line an hour before your timed.
And that is, that won't let you into Bear Creek or Bear Lake corridor.
Yeah.
That's a different set of tickets.
Yeah.
And there actually are a few available on Saturday and Sunday. A few being 12 for Saturday and
What did we say? 24 or
24,
something?
something like that.
In the afternoon, so between 2 and the 2 o'clock and the 4 o'clock?
And the 4 o'clock.
Yeah, okay. But
Okay.
there are very few as of May 10th.
Yeah. And there are none available for morning
None.
or early afternoon.
Oh, so,
And that's
but
Bear Creek corridor.
Bear Lake.
Bear Lake.
Bear Lake
Bleh.
corridor. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, that's between 5 a.m. and 6 p.m. You can still go in before 5 and after 6 p.m.
Yep.
if you don't get those tickets.
And if you do leave Bear Creek corridor,
Bear Lake.
Boy, where Bear Creek? Where they?
I don't know. But here's another thing. If you see someone say BLC, that means Bear Lake Corridor.
Yeah. So,
BLC.
Yeah, and you can, if you go into Bear Lake Corridor, in the morning, you can leave, but you can't come back in until after 2 p.m.
Yeah, that's
So,
true. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
So, and tickets go on sale the day before.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so even though May 1st, let's say, was all the tickets for the end of May and June, they hold back every single day 40% of the tickets. So if you go online the night before the ticket, this is only the night before each day, at 7 p.m. Mountain Time.
Which is different than last year.
Last year was 5. At 7 p.m. Mountain Time, get into your recreation.gov. If you want to try to get that earlier ticket, 40% are held back. But you need to be logged into your account, hovering over the button on the date and time you want. So do that to try to get in the night before.
Yep. Wait lines to get into the park during timed entry.
Yeah, they can be long. I think I mentioned this a minute ago. But just try to be there like an hour before. Now, but here's another question though. It's tricky, okay? So here's the thing. I would give yourself an hour to get through the line. The only problem is if there's not a big line, they will turn you around if you're outside of your timed entry ticket time. And we've had this happen. We've had this happen where we're just outside of our our ticket time, and they've turned us around. Now, I saw a couple people in some comments saying, well, it depends on the ranger. They'll probably pull you through. I would not at all
Don't count on that.
ever count on that, especially when it's really busy, or else they'll have to make exceptions for hundreds of people. So there's a trick there. Bear Lake entrance is much busier than Fall River, and Fall River should be just about open. We're going to go through it tomorrow, so we'll tell you.
It's open, but it was under
yeah.
construction
So
a
one
couple
lane.
of weeks ago.
So for the last year, Fall River Road entrance, if you go past the Stanley, that one, that's only had one lane. But the rest of them should be about open. We'll let you know in a future video.
Yeah.
So the Bear Lake one is very, very, very popular. So give yourself an hour.
Or actually, pay attention to our community.
That's true.
Because after we're going up tomorrow, then we will check out Fall River entrance
Yeah, that's true.
and let you know.
Yeah, so we'll put that in our membership.
And membership. Okay.
Yeah, we might, if we remember, we'll put it in the community tab, but sorry, we just kind of forget that sometimes.
If you're trying to get in before 9 a.m., leave an hour
Oh,
at
yeah,
least.
that's true.
I've been up there last year where we got in line probably 30 minutes, like at 8:30, and we were not able to get into the park by a considerable margin in the line by 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
People just queue up.
Yeah.
The line was a mile long plus when we just pulled out of it and
Yeah.
said, we're not going to make it.
Okay, so because you were trying to get into the park
Before
at that
9.
before 9 a.m. time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got
Just
turned away.
Just show up at 8.
For sure.
Transponders.
Oh, so you can get these little stickers that go in your car now. It's $15 for the year, and that will get you, that's if you have an annual park pass, you can get that, and it'll get you through kind of a fast pass lane, except during timed entry ticket.
Yep.
Yeah, so during the times where you need a timed entry, you can't go in fast, but if you had been in line at 8:30 with a transponder last summer in the morning, you probably could have just gone through the fast lane and been fine. Right now, those are only on sale on Sunday mornings at the Bear Lake Visitor Center.
Yeah, and this is the first year that they've done this, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
We're getting ours tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll let you know. And actually, if you come up a lot, the renewal is only $5, which is cool. Yeah.
So, and that's an annual renewal, right?
Yeah, for the year. Yeah.
Okay, a little Estes Park ad here. The aerial tram in Estes Park is opening.
Oh my gosh, yes. Aerial tram has been out of business for, I don't know, a couple, 3, 4, 5 years now. I don't know how long.
It's been a while.
It feels like forever. But it's this cool tram that takes you all the way from in town at Estes, all the way up, and you get a very good view of the mountains. And I don't know how, like, it's a new owner, new ticket system, all that. They're really trying hard to open by Memorial Weekend. So I'm really excited. I love heights, and I've taken that tram, and it's gorgeous. So I just wanted to put a little plug in there for something to do in Estes is back. It's back.
And if you've been to Estes Park, the views are awesome from the town.
Oh, God. So good.
So can you imagine just going up above the town?
Oof.
Yeah, we're eager for that too. Okay, if Trail Ridge is open, if Trail Ridge Road is open, and you're in Grand Lake, leave how much time to get to Bear Lake?
Because people ask this a lot. So if you're staying over on the west side, how long will it take to get to Bear Lake? So you have a timed entry ticket for Bear Lake Corridor. Give yourself at least an hour and a half.
Yep.
And so here's the thing, is we're on the east, the Front Range side a lot from Estes Park. There's a ton to do on the east side. But we're really going to go up a lot more this summer on the west slope.
Yep.
So we're going to have a lot more to tell you later this summer. But from what we can read in the comments, because people ask this a lot, is how much time do I need? If I have a 5 a.m. ticket to get into Bear Lake Corridor, you need to be leaving Grand Lake by 3:30.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Yeah.
You definitely need to do that. So keep that in mind.
Yep. Okay, time for self-promotion.
It's our sponsor break.
Yeah, we're sponsoring ourselves today. Merch. We have below the video here, above the
It's below the video, the
description.
store.
Yeah, we have a merch store. So we have merchandise with our logo, and we started putting merchandise in there that actually has some of our photos on it.
Yeah.
So my favorite is the cell phone cases.
Oh, right.
Yeah. But we got coffee cups, T-shirts, tote bags.
Yeah.
Which are, I've been putting photos on tote bags, and we'll be putting more of that. So we'll be adding stuff periodically or aperiodically, just every so often, new items there.
Yeah, Steve's been working really hard on that. So if you've loved joining along on our adventures, and you want a little piece of that adventure for yourself, we've got the store for you. He's worked very hard on that. Good job, honey.
Yep. And then we've got Memorial Day print sales coming up.
We do?
Yes.
Oh gosh, okay.
More information will be available next weekend. Stay tuned on this channel. We have an Instagram.
Well, a newsletter too.
Newsletter will be going out shortly.
Yeah.
With more information.
Yeah. Okay, the best way to get on the newsletter is to download our free photography guide to Trail Ridge Road.
Yep.
On the Front Range. If you go download that, it's in the description. You'll get on our email list. So easy. Yeah, you'll find out.
Yep. And then for advanced notice of videos that we will be putting out, other information regarding us, behind the scenes videos, etc. and so forth, we have a membership. So you can join the membership, help support us a little bit in our endeavors, our adventures here. Pay for coffee, mostly. And we don't have to pay for gas anymore either, do we? We just got an electric car, so that's an additional bit of adventure that we're having.
You know, we should have put that in the rest of the video, because people sometimes when they rent a car, they are given an electric car, and it's fine. There's fast chargers in Estes Park.
Yes.
And yeah, you'll be fine.
And not just given, you can ask for an electric car.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because it'll recharge when you go downhill.
And it's
So
cheaper
fine.
than gas.
Yeah.
So. What was that?
I don't know, ducks, I guess.
Oh, okay, ducks.
Right.
Yep. So that's about it for today.
That's it? Oh, okay. So that's our frequently asked questions about Rocky for summer 2024. Again, watch our full length video on this. Subscribe really, because we do put a lot of information out there for you about Rocky. We love it. We love sharing it with you.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yep. We do go other places, but Rocky is...
It's right there.
It's way too easy to go. And, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
All right. So
Okay.
good to see you. We'll
Yep.
see you in the next one.
See ya.
Bailey, you want to say goodbye? Bay, come here, honey. Come here. Come here. There we go. Bay gets to say goodbye. Say bye. Bye, Bailey. Yeah. Okay. Okay. No dogs in Rocky, so she never goes with us.
Yep.
You want to go see Dad? Go get him. Aw. There you go. Good girl. Good girl. Okay.